Welcome to Different Walks, Different Talks. You guys about like living in university, because obviously it's a little different. Like you did commuting and you didn't live on residence. You had you had house there, like an apartment beside it.
Yeah.
So you guys are not your typical residents guys.
No.
But I want to like ask each of you like how was like living and like commuting and like living next to uni. How was the experience?
It was honestly like for me it was nice because like I could just walk, right?
Oh right.
Yeah, it was literally just everything's just walking distance, and then it's like really like I have 9:30 classes, so like if I wanted to, I could wake up at like 9 and then skip breakfast and just go straight to class.
And then 8:30 classes, bro. I'd have to.
Yeah.
Did you live with anyone?
Yeah, I had roommates.
Oh, how many did you have?
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah,
that's a lot of roommates.
Yeah.
And
but 3 different floors.
Oh, okay. So did you have a single room by yourself?
Yeah. Single
room. You cooked
in
there and stuff?
Oh no, there's a kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you like cook all your own meals and stuff?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would like go home on the weekends and like restock and stuff.
Right.
It was nice.
Just go and grab it.
Yeah.
From the family fridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it nice like living by yourself kind of? Like
in ways, yeah. Like you're a lot more independent.
Right.
And I would say like a lot of people like there's some people who when they move out and become adults like they just don't know how to do like simple tasks, right? Like if you know how to cook. I've seen you cook and stuff.
Yeah, no cook, but like like doing the trash and all that other stuff.
Really?
Like
it's not too bad. It's just you have to do
it. Your worries. Like think about stuff like laundry, like
laundry is
I know how to do laundry.
Yeah.
Bro, you're telling me doing laundry is easier than taking out the trash?
Yes.
You're lying. Taking out the trash, you bag it and then you throw it outside.
Yeah, but taking out the trash is disgusting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
okay, but you wash your hands after. You're acting like for laundry, you got your detergent, you got your Tide Pod, you got like.
That's easy.
All right, buddy.
No.
All right.
I find that easy. It's like everything. You just grab your basket, dump it in, Tide Pod, turn it on.
What would you say was the hardest thing moving out? Like,
or like living on my own.
Yeah, like cooking. Like what was it? Cleaning.
Honestly, there's not really one individual thing. It's just like when you have to do like all the little things for yourself every day. It's like
it gets tiring.
It gets not really tiring, time consuming. I would say,
Consuming.
especially like on an end schedule, right? It's like I would go home. Like most days, I would get home at like 5 or 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Right. Because I would also go to the gym after classes. Right.
Exactly.
If it's like an earlier day that I end at.
Yeah.
So like I'll be home at 5 or 6 p.m. and then I would like unpack all my stuff, take a shower, do all that, like get something to eat. And then like by then it will already be like 8 p.m. or something. And then you already know like at the end of the day of like classes and stuff, like you want to go on your phone for a bit.
Yeah.
Because you're like it's like I want to release a little bit. I want to like relax a little bit.
I want the brain rot.
Yeah. But then it ends up like you go on your phone for like 2 hours and it's already like 8 or 9 p.m. And then like you got to lock in now because you have an assignment due in like the next 3 hours.
Oh my God.
So it's like it's that whole sort of thing.
That's what I was thinking. Like, because for me to study, it takes me about like an hour or 30 minutes to get in the zone of like studying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, to get in the flow.
And then if you have to like cook and then you have to like clean afterwards, like it interrupts your flow. To get back in.
Also, I find like when you have like multiple like a list of things to do in your head, it's harder to start one thing because it's like
you don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's like okay. For example, like if you only had like one thing to do for the day, you're like, oh, you just get it done another way because like, you're like, oh, that's all I have to do, right? But if you have like 4 or 5 things, it's more daunting.
You're like, I need brain rot now, and then you don't do it.
But like it's honestly, it's just being an adult.
Yeah.
You know, just getting your things done. Like even if it seems like a lot, you just do one thing at a time, and you'll get it all done eventually. So yeah.
How would you say your commuting life was, Mazen? How far did you live from the school?
Like probably like 30, 45 minutes. So I'd get dropped off at like the Dundas like GO station, and then I'd just take one bus. They dropped me off at Mac. So it was pretty chill.
Yeah, the routes are pretty good to get to Mac. And they have like stations there.
It's like specifically to get to Mac as well. So like there's a station called McMaster, like McMaster drop off.
Yeah. So it's like right in campus too. So it's perfect.
The only
did you like wake up? Like sorry.
Yeah. That's what I say. The only issue was just waking up early. So like, but it's just like 6:30. Like it's just your normal high school time, but it's still a hassle because the night before you're staying up studying.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like doom scrolling, whatever. You're staying up because like
you're not going to bed at like 11 or anything.
No.
We're not like usually.
When did you get back to home after uni? Like
depends on
the day. Right?
Yeah.
How late can it get?
Pretty late.
So like. Your normal Eng class is probably like no more than like 6. Well, based on my 1 hour, because I'd end at like 5:30, so I'd get home at 6:30. But like I have an elective that end at like 9 p.m.
Was it ECON?
No, it was INNOVATE.
Oh, INNOVATE. Oh, on Monday.
No, I was Innovate Sem 2 was on Thursday, so it run from 7 to 9.
So you get home at 10.
Yeah, I'd get home at 10.
And then you start grinding homework.
No, sleep. No, because the day was just that long. Like,
no, there's no more fuel.
There's on no that life.
On those days, like you just have like a big gap between, right?
No, that day specifically, no, I didn't. Really? It was actually because Thursday was one of the days where it would be like I started at like 11 and then I'd end at like 3 or like. There'd be like maybe like a 1 hour break in between, but like there's not much I'm actually.
Wait, so like what are you doing like between like 3 to 7?
Doom scroll.
Doom scrolls, man.
I'm trying to remember.
Doom scrolling.
Like no way.
No. I think I just had lectures. Like it was just a lecture heavy day.
It's just like a bunch of lecture back to back.
Yeah. And then like because the thing is, tutorials for that class would start at 6. So really, if I end at like 5, let's say. Then at 6 there's only 1 hour.
Oh yeah, you had the tutorial before the lecture, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was.
Oh, that's a long day.
So it's like 3 hours. This course just gets 3 hours from 6 to 6
But
to 9.
I thought people were saying like the Innovate lectures weren't actually like a full 2 hours. Like they just have it scheduled as 2 hours.
No, that's what okay. Innovate was like the biggest sham in history. Like the guy changed the course from Sem 1 to Sem 2.
Oh.
And then it just got like when I was doing the course, I was hating it because it was just so much harder. But like it was still very easy. But it's just such a nuisance. Like, it was always a thorn in my side. Like, there'd be a group project due the day before a midterm. So, like, I'd have to do, like, instead of studying, I'd have to do this, like, stupid group project because, like, it's just, like...
This due.
Yeah.
So these were elective classes, so it had, like, pretty much nothing to do with engineering, right? It's just, like, a fun...
They're, like, you go on the elective list, if there's a star next to it, engineers can't do that in electives. Mm-hmm. Like, they prevent you from taking certain electives because they want you... I think they just want your elective to be light. They don't want people taking like rough
and to like fit in your schedule as well.
So okay, I want to ask you guys about electives. What did you pick?
I took econ.
Right, you talked to me about like doing like a double major.
Yeah, so like there's like a sub major sort of thing called what do you call it? Management. Yeah, I forget about it already. I haven't applied to it, but like you have to take econ in it first year, and like you have to get a certain GPA and whatnot. So that's the reason why I took it.
Oh, so you planned it already going?
Yeah. Like you should do your research before going into it.
So like you have to take econ to be eligible for it. So that's what I did first sem, and then second sem I just took Innovate, which is just like this entrepreneurship. Like,
are you doing management?
I think so.
You think so? Yeah.
Because the thing is, bro, I hated econ though, but I'm still.
How was econ? What did you guys learn?
Econ was just like it's all graphs.
I don't know. It's just the course.
And was there like tests and stuff in econ?
Yeah, the same thing. Two midterms, an exam.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
How did you like it? Macroeconomics?
I'm going to be honest. I went to the first, 3 lectures.
You skipped lectures for econ?
Yeah, but I still got 11.
What? Did you do the iClicker?
Yeah. No, I didn't do the iClicker.
You fool. It's 3 marks. Because the thing is, iClicker, you either get it for participation or getting the actual answer right.
Yeah.
So for econ, for some reason, you had to actually get the question right. You couldn't just...
Yeah.
Because the thing is, for other classes, you can skip the lecture, just open iClicker on your phone, and just click some random answer and get the mark.
You know what he did in one of the first lectures, though?
Yeah.
He set up an iClicker as it was like a fake iClicker, right? And then he told people to not enter an answer, so that he can see how many people are doing it at home. And then
he didn't do that for us.
He did that for mine.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why is he
and he says
strategies?
Did you have Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? He's like the only econ guy, right?
Yeah.
I think he said you're not supposed to do it from home because it's
was this second sem?
First sem.
Oh, okay.
Wait, were you second sem?
No, I was first sem, but what's it called? The thing is as well, it was kind of like a cheat code is we were one of the later sections because the lectures, he does 2 or 3 a day, and we were the last one of the day. So I'd end at 6 p.m. with that econ lecture, and he'd do the same iClicker lecture, questions, have the same answers. So the earlier guys would just tell us, hey, it's going to be B and then D and then C. Yeah. So yeah, we kind of just circumvented that.
He calls that academic dishonesty.
I did that. I never said I did that.
Hey. Okay, he's not watching different walks.
You're good. To be fair, in for econ, I got away with not going to the lectures so well because the content for me was fairly straightforward.
What was an example?
Business in high school, right?
Yeah, but okay, business in high school was different. It was more general business. This is more economics, more the market,
specific,
numbers and stuff, right?
I don't know.
But
it wasn't a business. I don't know. this like it started off well, and it just like it became too technical and too like. I'm like, this is just
there's
like,
a lot. There's so many
like,
formulas and so many graphs you have to memorize.
It's like math.
It is math, yeah.
It's pretty much math, but
like there's, I forget what.
Well, it's not like it is some math, but it's more like half the course is just looking at a graph with like certain lines and being able to know, oh, this intersection is this point. Like this is the break-even point, but then this one's like
the minimum of this intersects with or is tangent to this, and then the maximum of that is like tangent to that.
And you kind of like that course.
Well, I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I was just good at it.
Why are we even doing management?
I don't know. Like we're gonna take like 3 business courses in next year.
Every moment.
Like,
so how was INNOVATE? Sorry, like
INNOVATE. It was just an entrepreneurship class, and it was like
the typical like oh, I'm gonna start a company. And
he would actually walk us through like, or at least he tried to. He just like the prof was just such a yapper, such a waste of time. But he'd do like this assignment that would be due in the middle of the lecture, so like you kind of have to like be paying attention. So you know how to answer it because like half the course breakdown was just 40% were these mini assignments you'd have to do through the semester. 50% were just these big group projects that I were talking about, like they just happened to be due the day before my midterm, and then the last 10% was participation. So that's like answering, and it wasn't like iClicker. He'd ask like a general question about the lecture on A2L, and you have to like type in an answer.
Oh, really?
And it'd be like based on what you heard in the lecture, so you'd actually have to get it right.
And you mark it?
Like,
well, yeah. They I think they manually just marked it.
Like during the lecture, what did I say?
Yeah.
And then you write chicken jockey.
But the thing is also people found a way, like they just made a huge INNOVATE group chat, and then whenever you drop a question, someone would like send a message and be like, here's the answer.
Right.
Were there anyone that said the wrong answer?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, people like trolls. Yeah.
But they probably notice. Like there's probably more than one person.
Exactly. That's why I didn't really like when like I'm not saying I cheat, but like if you were
if you wanted to, first of all,
like if I were to do it, here's how.
Here's how exactly how I would do it.
But like you shouldn't like because the thing is they say the answer and then everyone just does the same answer word for word. Like, the alarm bells are gonna be ringing.
Yeah. But then also like how can they really punish that?
Well, like, because the thing is, like, let's say the answer is the like, just tell me things about the lecture. If everyone says the same 3 things about the lecture,
I see what you mean.
Like the lecture is like about 10 things, and the guy in the GC says, "Here are my like 2 cents." Like,
and everyone puts that down word for word.
2 cents, and the teacher just sees the same thing over and over.
Yeah, the thing is, like cheating as well. People are just complete idiots. Like when it
when it comes to cheating.
Yeah, it's like fully copy paste ChatGPT. Like fully copy paste other people's work. Like I know a person like for the AutoCAD stuff, they'd like send the model to their friend and they'd submit the model and it'd be the exact same model, same like sourcing, everything.
Sometimes
and
they get away with it.
They're gonna notice it. Like it's like
sometimes people get away with it.
Well, yeah,
just because they can't. It's hard to cross-reference a lot of people. Sometimes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No. It's just that specific guy put that minimal effort that he didn't even like probably like retitle
or rename it. It's like the other person's Mac ID is still on it.
It's just Franco just puts amazing
same identifier and everything. It's just like it's just it's sad and it's like not only are you like cheating. You're just stupid.
You're putting effort.
Doing it as well. Like how stupid. Like those are the same people that probably drop out because they're getting caught for this. Like
at least you have some respect for the guys that like they come with seating plans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You have some respect to the game. Like the amount of thought.
Respect the sport. Yeah.
They've gone to that much depth to it.
The minimum effort just not make it look exactly the same.
So in terms of specializing and stuff, like. What were the pathways possible first going into for general?
It's a decent handful.
Like
there's like
civil.
Here, I'll try to
list them. Yeah, go.
Yeah, so there's mechanical, mechatronics, physics, software, computer.
Environmental?
No. Environmental will probably be like a substream in chemical.
Chemical,
right? Yeah, so chemical, civil, materials. What else is there?
Electrical.
Was there any aerospace?
No aerospace.
No. Was there mechatronics or anything?
Yeah, mechatronics. Yeah.
So there's software mechatronics, computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical, civil, materials, chemical, and then there's like chemical and bio, which is
that's like a separate thing. Yeah.
And then there's also
was it like industrial?
Engineering, physics.
Yeah, physics. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is like if you want to go to like nuclear or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So going in, what were your like?
Well, I was already dead set on like mechanical from the start.
Right.
I started thinking I wanted to be a software engineer, and then I kind of shifted to electrical, and then I shifted to computer. Electrical and computer are pretty much just like very, very similar.
Right.
They share some.
Like they're in the same department. It's called the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering.
Yeah,
right, that's what I hear.
They're called like ECE. But the thing is, it's just like electrical is more like theoretical, and it's more like I'm not a huge physics guy. Sorry, Mr. Coulterman, but if he watches this one day. But,
I was talking to him about this.
But and then computer was more about coding, which is something I liked more. It was more like hardware based. So here's the hardware to the computer, get the code to like make them interact. So I was more interested in that than the electrical of just like electromagnetism.
Lineage.
Was it just too much math?
Not just lineage. It was just the fact that there's just a lot of math. Like you said the same thing. Like I'm just not like the biggest. Like I don't care much about math. I just care more about applying it and
the product.
The product.
Yeah.
And that's also why I went to engineering to go in software compared to computer science.
That's what
computer science is theoretical. Software engineering.
That's exactly why it's software.
Yeah, software is just more applied.
Yeah.
You have more of an output from it.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Did you have like some friends that were doing other engineering?
Or that want to go into different streams?
Yeah.
A lot. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna say this: like a lot of people want to go into software/computer.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I want to say it's like probably some of the highest demand.
Yeah, because the thing is,
right?
to get into your specialization, you have to get a certain GPA, and that GPA cutoff is based on demand and how many seats are available.
Oh, okay, so those two are the most competitive so far, right?
Yeah.
Well, software, I don't even think it's competitive. Software hiking fell off because of all like the comp sci memes, right? Because
no more job market.
The Waterloo graduates.
Guys are the work at McDonald's.
So people kind of shifted towards electrical and computer because that's like a bit more hardware based.
Practical.
And then mechanical is like just mechanical, right? I think it's like the most studied degree in
it's the biggest faculty.
It's the foundational one.
It's the most like diverse
it's
and
like the default one as well. Like everyone wants to go to mechanical.
So when you think of engineer, you kind of think of mechanical.
That's the first thing you think of. Even with the logos, it's like clogs of like the machine.
Exactly.
Gears and stuff. Yeah.
Engineer.pdf.
So
have you guys thought about going into second year and like what that's going to look like? It's going to be much different, right? In terms of
because you're more focused on the content that you selected. And I looked at my courses. I'm ready to strap in and get ready because it's about to go crazy. Because thing is, first year is supposedly what weeds out people because we already had a bunch of people drop out. Second year is when it gets even more real, right?
Weeds out even more.
They weed out people second year.
They always weed out people.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't
Wait,
know
what did
McMaster did it.
They weed out people if they weed out people second year.
100%.
They weed out all years, man, I swear.
Like how did they weed it out? Like if you fall below 60% or something?
First year is likely going to be it's probably going to be easier than second year, right? Because first year is general engineering, right?
Yeah.
Once you get a deep dive into let's say your content and you just like find out you suck at it, like you're just done, right? You're cooked because it's only going to get harder down the line.
It's not going to change.
More specialized.
Yeah.
And how did people get weed out? Is it they fall behind the?
Like by weed out, it's just like they just drop out or they just drop out.
Drop out. It's more like they get kicked out. Is it?
No, you can't. Well, you only get kicked out at the very end if your average is like below a 4 GPA.
Oh, okay.
Out of 12, by the way, not a 4.0.
McMaster has his own GPA scale.
Oh, okay.
It's like, if you don't have 100% everything, you get kicked out.
Because in UFT, it's like 50% has to be kicked out.
That makes sense.
Under 50?
50 has to be kicked out.
If you get 50...
No.
They have a
50% of the people in the program gets kicked out.
Really?
Well, that's why I didn't want to go into UFT inside.
That's
because it's such a desperate marathon run the first year.
No. See, this is why McMaster clears UFT and Waterloo.
That's a statement right there.
Okay, that's a statement. That's a statement right there.
No bias.
So, like, let's say there's like 1,000 people for engine?
Yeah, for engines, stuff like that.
Really?
Is that like track one?
Yeah, track one inside, like the one.
So all of them.
Like a lot of people, like they purposely get it. They get them out. Like if you fall like slightly below the grade, like you're out.
Yeah,
that's like that level of weed out.
Wow. The thing is,
that's also why they're grading us so horrendous and harsh.
Yeah.
It's like Mac as well. Like even if you fail a course, you can retake it in the summer.
Yeah.
It's just like your selection will be one of the lower. Like you won't get a competitive one like software or mechanical because those are the high GPA ones.
Yeah, I see.
But they'll still like let you in your second year specialization. So like some math courses, like let's say chemistry, are just so supportive to the students. They want you to get a good grade in the class.
Oh, that's awesome.
But others just like Calc 2, let's say, they're trying to tank you.
Yeah,
they're trying to bring you down.
Chem was actually so free. Like they have 5 different versions of like this. What's it called? The marking scheme. Yeah, on the syllabus. So it's like one version would be like if you bombed like midterm 2, let's say, right? You can and you did really good on the exam, then they'll make your midterm 2 0.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then bump up your exam weighting
That's
a little
really
bit
nice.
more. Yeah, it is nice. So like it allocates for everyone basically.
Yeah.
And they automatically calculate it for you as well.
Oh wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
So like in terms of final grade, like on our D2L, right, we can see like test, and culminating 30%. So we know like how many like chances of screwing up there is. Is there like a lot more? Would you say?
The problem with uni is when you get your final grade, you most like sometimes you don't even know. Like for exams, you don't know what you get on your exam for most courses. And the thing is, you get a letter grade, right? And a letter grade is a range, so you don't exactly know.
Oh, you don't know your exact like 90.
No,
you have no percentage.
So you only know like a rough range of what you got in the exam.
Oh. And how does the letters work? Is A like 90 to 100?
So A plus is 12 out of 12. Just an A is 11 out of 12, and A minus is 10 out of 12.
Are you talking about like numbers?
Yeah.
A plus is 90 and above.
Yeah. Oh, the grade, the percentage.
85 to 89, and then A minus is 80 to 84.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then B's is like.
So if you get an A minus, you just think I got the top number out of the range.
Yeah. No, it's rough. Like for one of the courses, the exams, I think I was like 0.5% off like the 12.
Oh,
but the thing is, it's like not 0.5%, like 1.5%, and it was like I was so close. If I just did like let's say an extra mark on here and here and here, then I would have gotten that like A plus. But I mean, an A like it's still pretty good.
If you vibe with this combo, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit that sub button. We'll catch you next time on Different Walks, Different Talks.